Daf Gimel. Rabbi concluded, Ein onus begitten. Question: how did the Rabbanan dissolve a marriage with a conditional get effective in lieu of an onus when onus is an exemption in Torah law, permitting a raped married woman to her husband while prohibiting an adulteress? The answer: a Jewish marriage requires the consent of the Rabbanan. This is stated at the end of the husband's proposal when he says, Kedas Moshe Yisrael. If they disapprove and want to annul the marriage, they declare the ring or money used by the groom to acquire her as a gift, and cohabitation as a promiscuous act not affecting marriage. The Gemara brings a second version of Rava's opinion that marriage and divorce are similar regarding the effects of onus. V'chein le'inyan gittin. Just as in marriage, the husband does not have to support his wife if after a year he delayed the wedding due to circumstances beyond his control, the same is true for divorce. It is nullified if he did not fulfill its conditions due to circumstances beyond his control, not only death, but even illness. As the Gemara explains earlier, any Mishnah that mentions death specifically is either to teach Ein Get Lachar Misa or to disagree with the opinion that the date of the document suffices for the get to take effect retroactively without stipulating the Yachshav. However, if the husband stipulates, if he dies, then the get is nullified only if he dies, because his main interest may have been to exempt her from Yibum. Additionally, if the condition involved a common constraint, it does not nullify the get because legally it does not constitute an onus. Shmuel Bar Yitzchak qualified the Mishnah's ruling as applicable in the time of the Takonas Ezra, when the courts convened Mondays and Thursdays. But before the Takana, a wedding could be scheduled any day of the week except Shabbos, since it involves contractual obligations. Question: how could the groom fulfill the second Takana Shabtu, prepare wedding feast for 3 days? The answer: he could schedule the wedding for Sunday or Monday if he prepared before Shabbos. Bryce explains that it was not always safe for a virgin to marry on Wednesday. The reason: the Gentile governor would travel to cohabit with her before her marriage. Because of this, some accustomed themselves to marry on Tuesday, despite the fact that they were permitted to their husband. The Chachamim, although they did not abolish the Takana, did not object to the custom because modest women would mistakenly assume they must sacrifice their lives even for onus. Publicizing that they were not required to sacrifice their lives was not an option because it would encourage some of the immodest to succumb willfully. It would not make any difference for the wives of Kohanim who are prohibited to their husbands, even raped. Despite this, they did not abolish the Takana to marry on Wednesday in the face of this decree, because eventually it would be revoked. In addition, the wedding being one of 2 days discouraged the governor from coming. However, they were not permitted to move it back to Monday unless a general with his army was expected to arrive on Wednesday for an extended stay. The quartermasters would arrive already on Tuesday to prepare the food.